So let's move to the login. So the login will be the same as the registration. So let's copy from here and paste here inside our login.blade.php. So let's change it here from registration to login. And here we can add login. And here user sign in. And for the routes, let's change it to user auth. And we don't need name. We need only the email and password. Okay, so let's refresh. So let's move to our login page. So as you can see, we have our login form. So if we submit an empty form, so the email field is required, password field is required. If we send an email and password that doesn't exist, so the provided credentials do not match our records. Okay, so now I forgot the emails that we have registered with in the previous lecture. So let's first we need to register a new user. So let's register this new user. And once registered, so now we can use his email and hit login. And as you can see, we are redirected to the QR code index page. So to be sure that we are logged in, so let's do something. Let's move to our web.php and let's add the middleware, which is the auth, and group the routes inside the middleware. So here you have all the routes for the QR codes. So now only the logged in users can access the QR code. So if we refresh the page, so now we are already logged in, so we can access this page. Let's do something. Let's move to our QR code controller and change it here. So now we have the logged in user. So here we can, instead of getting QR codes using the model, so we can get the logged in user and called QR codes relationship and called paginates. Okay, so if we move to our user model, so we have already defined QR codes here. Okay, so now we can get the logged in user QR codes, and we can use also the ID here instead of one, so we can use ID. And same thing when we update, so we use ID, and that's all. But we can do something if you want. So here for delete, so to avoid that the user can delete can delete a QR code of another user, so you can use the relationship first. So here we have the QR code, but okay, let's do that later. So we will do that later. So let's now so we'll come back again to this destroy method. So to be sure that this QR code is of the currently logged in user, so to not delete QR code that doesn't belong to the currently logged in user. So we'll do that later. Let's for now keep only what we have done here. And now let's do something. If we refresh the page, so we will have no QR codes. So as you can see, we have no QR codes. So now when we create the QR code, as you can see here, we need to decrement the user number of QR codes. So as you can see here, we have 5. So now we can use let's move to the navbar. So we can use currently logged in user number of QR codes. Okay. So if we save, so we'll see 5. So as you can see, we have 5. Okay, so now when as I said, when we create and we save the QR code, so we need to call currently logged in user and use the decrement method and decrement the field which is the number of QR codes. Okay, so we decrement this field every time the user creates a new QR code, and same thing when he updates a QR code. Okay, so now we are done. Let's try and see if it is working or not. So let's refresh the page. It creates a QR code link. Let's provide content, submit. So we are redirected to our home page. QR code added successfully. We have here the QR code, and as you can see now we have only 4, which means that the auth user, this code has worked. We have decremented the number of QR codes of currently logged in user. So let's try to add a new one again and see what will happen. So let's try to create a new one, submit. So we are redirected to our home page. We have only 3. So let's move to the second page. So if we try to download, so we have the QR code. If we want to delete it, so we can delete it. Let's try to update and see if the decrementing is working also when we update. So QR code updated successfully, and we have only 2. Okay, so now what we need to do, we need to add or to display the currently logged in user here, and only display these links when the user is not logged in. Okay, and also we need to add the logout button or link. So once the user clicks on the logout, so he logs out. Okay, so let's do that.